You must build a 5-story building. And this is how you get your wealth and power. Now, the first thing you work on is economics. You started practicing group economics, making your money bounce in your own community 8 to 12 times before it leaves. The second floor is politics. Our people got that backwards. They want to get into politics before they get in the economy. Backwards as hell. You won't make it. You buy every politician with the money you made on the first floor. The third floor is your court system, your police system. You control the court system so they won't be getting 40 years in jail for having marijuana. Then the fourth floor is media. You take your money off the first floor and you buy media. Black folk own 35 thousandths of 1% in media. You don't own media, you can't communicate, you can't organize, you can't motivate. The fifth floor is education. Education is a tool, just like a hammer and a saw. But you got to have an economy. See, when a kid graduates from school, the first thing you do, he should be able to go back to his own community and start building businesses and industries and drawing money into his community and hold it.
Good afternoon, good morning, good night. Whatever time you're listening, thank you for tapping in. This is Brian HRap Williams, and this is 15 Minutes with HRap. Today, I'm going to talk about fishing. And before I start, I want to make sure I tell you that you hit like, hit share, tell a friend, and tap in. I always acknowledge my parents, Dolores and John. Without them, there is no me. Thank you for tuning in. You can also support by tapping in at www.theendofthebench.com, THAENDOFDABENCH.com. You can watch this video and a myriad of other videos that I have, as well as I've carved out a Black history section. Today, I will talk about the history of being Black. Well, the video will be a short portion of that. You can watch it in its entirety on One Mic History 2, or you can go to www.theendofthebench.com, which is what I prefer you to do, and both of us get credit, the creator of that video and me. Thank you. Today, I'm talking about fishing. Fishing, as one said, you give a man a fish, he can eat for a day. You teach a man to fish, and he eat for a lifetime. Now, what I want us to do is this: think about fishing. We don't fish enough as a community. We go and we get fish handed to us. We go work for fishermen, and they give us fish, and they give it to us in some cases in abundance, and we think we've accomplished something. But at this point, it's time for us to no longer fish in somebody else's pond, use someone else's boat, and do things of that nature, because it's not getting us anywhere. I want to commend my brothers and sisters of the Black community and other people of the struggle for walking away from Walmart this weekend. If they said that they no longer believe in diversity, equity, and inclusion, we need to diversify our spending habits, not include them in our spending habit, and move away from them. We don't want equity. We want our own. Salute to those people that walked away, because if you're willing to mistreat people, you don't need the people who you mistreat's money. Point blank, period, end of story. And this is why I said we need to start fishing. Fishing for our abilities, whether it be talent in regards to business, writing, arts, performing, all sorts of entertainment. We need to stop allowing ourselves to be used exclusively. Now, am I foolish enough to say walk away from a tremendous opportunity that will benefit you and your family forever? No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is this: if we continue to pour into their cup, it will be no more for our cup. 2024, it's amazing that we look at everything. It's 2024. 2020 is perfect vision. We're seeing things clearly now. 24 could potentially represent the hours in a day, and it's in completion. So you got 24 hours in a day, and we got 2020 vision. We're seeing clear. What happens after 24 hours? Another day comes about. This is a new day. 2025 needs to be a new day. And why does it need to be a new day? Because we've been mistreated for a few hundred years now and disregarded and stabbed in the back. So why we continue to stand in the same place and anticipate not being stabbed in the back? People have not respected us. People have not appreciated us. So we don't need to organize boycotts. We don't need to do anything, no more marches or anything like that. Everything in the history of the United States of America was triggered by money. King George in England, they no longer wanted to give him their money. So they pulled away, Boston Tea Party, so forth and so on, Revolutionary War. Abraham Lincoln and the Northerners no longer didn't want to be controlled by the finances of the South. Civil War, that's over. it's peace in America. And I'm quite sure I can walk through history. You had the lynchings doing Reconstruction because they saw us coming up, and they assumed our success took money out of their pockets. They tried to destroy us, and we can walk through history every day. And then the tide shifted. We can walk through history every day, and we'll see an ongoing process of that. But then in the mid 50s and 60s, the tide changed. They realized, hey, it's inevitable to stop these. Their come up is inevitable. So what we need to do is put ourselves in a situation to where we can get some of the money as they come up. And that's what we've been living through for the last 67 years. This is the case. For the last 67 years, we've been pouring out of our coffers and into theirs, never making sure that we're okay, always making sure the group is okay. Well, today I'm asking you to join your group and make sure your group is okay. Like we walked away from Walmart, you can go online. Official Black Wall Street is an app. Most of the people who are watching this from an application or a computer. Official Black Wall Street is a website and an app. It will let you know where Black businesses live and put you in a position so you can shop with them exclusively. They're Black toilet paper companies. They're Black detergent companies. They're Black clothing companies. They're Black everything that you need. And we need to make a concerted effort to deal with them. The prices are a little high. What we're going to do is stop making excuses to support each other. They like these lame excuses. Well, it's still buying from them. They're still happy. But you know what? When you make those excuses, and this is what I hear, you're trying to, in your mind, make a logical reason why a boycott or walking away from a Walmart or some of these other entities isn't benefiting us. In my ears, I hear, why are we trying to run away, Harriet? We have it good here. That's what I hear. Enough of the excuses, and I refuse to ever explain to anybody in the history of the earth what my plan or my dream is. I will let you know what it is, and if you have questions, those are fine. But if I have to explain to you what my dream is, I'm going to take it as offense, and you don't want me to succeed, and I'm going to leave you where you're standing. And that's what we as a community have to do. We can no longer ask people to participate in the emancipation of our people if they're not willing to do it as well. Why are we trying to convince you that it's a better life somewhere else when you are comfortable in the enslavement mentality that you're living in? If they can come out and say, we no longer want this, not a problem. Why would you wouldn't come to my house and say you need to have your love seat over here and your couch over here, your television over there. You would just sit comfortably until it's time for you to go home, and then you would leave and you would go to the comfort of your own home and the way you want it designed. That's the way things have to be. We can no longer just beat people across the head. If we stop participating in group economics, we can get these things done. We have been under the boot of white America, corporate America, and racist and bigots and discriminatory people with discriminatory mindsets for far too long. No more of that. No more of that. What I'm going to do is show you the video now and show you an example of how we have been made fools of and no longer are willing to accept the tomfoolery. This is the video. I'll be with you in a second.
Race is a socially constructed concept. It's long been used to categorize people based on characteristics such as skin color, physical features, and lineage. Despite having no biological grounding, race has profoundly shaped societal structures, conferring some with privilege while oppressing others. So today we're going to talk about it. Who made you black? And if you like stories like this, you can find more stories like this at onemichistory.com. But without further ado, let's get started. The modern concept of race took root in America's formidable years. European explorers and settlers used these terms without the connotations that they carry today. In the late 16th century, the English language was just beginning to incorporate the term race. It wasn't yet laden with the same weight that it carries today. Shakespeare, for instance, would use words like a race of saints or race of bishops, using the term to denote broad categories rather than rigid classifications. During
that as a snippet of the video. I didn't do the whole video because they tend to cut you off when you use other people's stuff longer than 3 minutes. You can go in the description, show description, or you can go to www.theendofthebench.com or just follow the instructions on the video. It's a very riveting video, and there's 2 other videos on my website that I do believe would be interesting to you as well. Colorism and the one drop rule. Please go to www.theendofthebench.com and check those out. But back to what I was saying. Before I do that, hit like, hit share, hit like, hit like, hit like. Thank you. But like I was saying, it's enough of trying to integrate and make things better for everyone. We need to clean up our house. And if you're not willing to clean up our house, no need. I'm not trying to convince you. That's why I kind of stopped. I don't send out links to my show anymore. Either you're going to come in and support, thank you for the support, or you won't. And that's just the way it's going to go from going forward. If you haven't subscribed in all the time I've been doing this, you're really not paying attention. And if you need a reminder, I don't think you need a reminder for the housewives and things of that nature. And I'm not trying to be curt or short or disrespectful. I just want you to support me the way I support others and the way we need to support each other. But like I was saying, we have people who have set up an agenda to do away with anything that could benefit us. I do believe we'll be a little bit down the pike in regards to denigration and disrespect. And like I said a couple of episodes ago, we still have the ability to control our states' rights, meaning state senators, state representatives, governors, and mayors, city council people, and school council people. So we have the ability to control our state. We won't control the federal. But what we have to do is come together, galvanize, and put ourselves in a perfect situation, or in a great situation. There's no such thing as perfect. But what I want us to understand is this: we have the power. In just about every state in the United States of America, we have the numbers. So if we come together, and if we go to officialblackwallstreet.com and download that app, we can put ourselves in a position to whereas we can support who we need to support at all times. Again, clothing, dishwashing liquid, toilet paper, everything that you need, there's a Black creator of it. And even if you do it in another community, don't do it in the way you used to do it. We have to make sure we're okay. Now, the one thing about this weekend boycott, Christmas is coming up, and we're going to come up with excuses of spending an inordinate amount of money on other what are called luxury items. Those are the same people who are in lockstep with this DEI. We don't want to help you. And guess what? A lot of those people don't even want us wearing that stuff, but they want our money. It's kind of like saying they love our rhythm, but they hate our blues. So if you hate our blues, don't love our rhythm and keep our money. They're Black-owned luxury items that are being created here in the United States of America or being sold by Black creators. Ensure that you are dealing with somebody from our community. If you don't want to hire us, you definitely don't need my money. If you don't want to promote me, you definitely don't need my money. We must put ourselves in a situation where it's the Black community first, and then it's everyone else. We can no longer sit on the sideline and hope that people will do right by us. It is impossible to do these things. We've seen this via the Montgomery bus boycott. The late great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and his cohorts organized a boycott that brought that bus company to its knees. Instead of continuing the bus boycott and choking the company out and purchasing the company, what they did was let the company live. And now you can sit closer to the bus driver and not be put off the bus, but you still put money back in their coffers and not doing anything for us. We can create a Black Uber. We can create a Black Lyft. We can have Black after school programs funded by Black people. We can have Black entrepreneurial programs. We can do this on our own. We no longer have to sit around and wait on people to do anything for us. If you continue to wait for your oppressor to do something that's beneficial to you, you are unofficially crazy. That's it. They are not going to help us. Only we will. Take the time out your day to do something like, for example, I invest in the stock market. I have created a 16-man group. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you the exact number on that group. I have created a 16-man group, and it is 17 people in the group. Every day I do research and I send them out information in regards to how to get rich in the stock market. Today's message was simply, these are some keys, and understand that without these keys, you may struggle. It's not a get rich quick scheme, but The information I sent out today, those companies grew over the last month at on average 4%. Over the year, one of them grew 43%. If you just set your money in a savings account, it wouldn't grow. Your money wouldn't grow 43%. Do something of that nature. You can get rich in the stock market, but it's a long hustle. But it's a long, arduous task, but it is a guaranteed hustle. That's what I meant to say. I want you to do things of this nature. Come together with your friends, study things that you don't study, make yourself uncomfortable. Because when you do those things, you'll find yourself in an advantageous situation. Thank you for tapping in. I'm Brian HRap B.
So really, ain't nothing in this integration. I need some land. I need some jobs. My people need jobs. We need something so we can build and do for ourselves, and we must have some land. Now, what's your suggestion? What should be my movement? Integrate?
Yeah, equal rights in a mixed society.
In this society, where you still own the government, you still own the train station, the railroad plant, the lecture plant, these television cameras, you still make all the food, you control everything, and I'm like a leech on a dog's back. All I can do is just wait for you. I can't do nothing for myself. Integrating in your society don't mean I'm doing nothing for myself. You doing it all. I want to do something for myself. I'm tired of depending on you. You might get broke one day. Your stores might close. Your gas pumps might cut off again. I'm relying on you now. Can I have my own land?